What is going on, guys? CeeGee here today, and in today's video, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a comparison video for all you gamers. Now, there is a trend on YouTube that I've been seeing recently where it's like $1 something versus $100 something and so on and so forth. So I thought I would chuck my 2 cents in and do my own little version of it with a little bit of a sort of gaming twist, because obviously this channel is gaming orientated. So today I'm going to be comparing the $0 DualShock 4 controller. Now, the reason I say this is $0 is because it comes with the PS4, and most bundles you get now come with a second controller. So I'm calling this a $0 controller, and it is going to be going head to head with the controller I'm using at the moment, the Nacon Revolution Pro controller. It's a very nice controller. We're going to be unboxing it. I'm not going to pretend this is the first time I've unboxed it. I've been playing with this for about 10 days now. It's a really nice controller. I'm using it, and I may sound a little bit biased, but I will try and be sort of like dead honest with it, because it does have some flaws, I'm not going to lie, but it is a very good all-round controller. So firstly, onto the DualShock 4. Obviously the DualShock 4 is nothing too special. Obviously with the DualShock 4 Mark II coming out with the PS4 Pro, it's a very easy controller to use. Same sort of like analog sticks. It's very similar to the PS3, PS2, PS1 controllers. It's got obviously the same level analog sticks, a really nice separated 4-way D-pad, the classic PlayStation buttons, which I really like. The PS button, the touchpad, a speaker, obviously a headphone jack, which is quite important underneath, and obviously the light bar and a mini USB charger. Obviously you've got the nice triggers there. It's a really nice feeling controller, probably the best PlayStation controller since the PS2 in my opinion. It's a very nice all-round solid controller. But if you want to sort of take it to the next level and start pro gaming, a lot of people would recommend scuffs, and scuffs are essentially just these controllers, but they do have the like paddles on the back, and the sort of like, these are the triggers and stuff have all been played with, so they're like hairline triggers, so you have to push them a tiny bit to make them work, and they are really nice. Scuffs are very good. I have had a few hands-on, a couple of hours hands-on with scuffs, and they are really solid controllers. But if you want something that is specifically made for professional gaming, that's where I feel like the Nacon has a little bit of an edge. So let's just get straight onto the Nacon, and I will be unboxing it and showing you guys some of its pretty badass features in my opinion. So amongst the first glance of the Nacon, you can tell it is in this very nice packaging. It's sort of like the size of my hand roughly. It's a really nice box. It's got this really gorgeous sleeve on it, and obviously on the back it's got a nice little illustration of the controller itself. I'm sorry you can see the light in there, guys, and it is a really solid package all round. Really nice controller. So let's just take out the sleeve. So obviously once we've taken out of the sleeve, let me just put this on the floor, we get this really slick matte finish sort of box with the nice Nacon logo here. And upon further inspection, when we open it up, we have this really nice like 3D printed piece of cardboard, which is the general shape of the controller. So when we take this out, the controller will probably come with it, to be honest. Yeah, it has. So this is the general sort of thing. So let me just put the box down for 20 seconds. Oh, put that there. This is the controller. This is the Nacon Revolution, essentially. Now, the first thing you notice about this is the fact that it's obviously a PlayStation controller is the offset left analog stick. Very weird first time I used it for a PlayStation user. And that's probably where I would say the biggest flaw is that when you're playing with it for the first time, if you're a PlayStation fanboy much like I am, this is the first ever time I've had an analog stick which is offset, because I've never owned an Xbox. I've always been PlayStation. It is very difficult to get the hang of, but I've been playing with it for about 10 days now, and I would say that I'm only just starting to get to grips with it. It's just starting to really shine through, and I'm really starting to get the hang of it. On the left analog stick, we've got this really nice sort of like honeycomb kind of design grip. It's a little bit dirty, I apologize for that, and it's got like it's domed inwards, and it's really nice. On the right analog stick, we've got a really nice Nacon design again, the logo, and that's domed as well, but that's outer domed. I don't really know, I think it's concave and domed, but it's really nice design. It's also got this really nice silicone finish, so that even with sweaty hands you're not going to lose grip at all. The X, circle, triangle and square buttons are all a lot bigger than the originals. If I quickly just get them for comparison, just like that, you guys can see how much bigger that the buttons actually are. They're very big, and it's really nice, because obviously like you don't accidentally miss them and stuff like that, which I know is kind of weird to say, but it does actually happen. The triggers here, obviously very nice feeling triggers. It feels more natural than the actual PlayStation controller because it's got this weird sort of like flat bit in the middle, so your hands really do curve and adjust to it easier. The 8-way D-pad is obviously quite a big thing. Obviously you've got the diagonal ones, which is really temperamental sometimes, especially when you're playing Battlefield and you want to like put your gas mask on, but you might accidentally get like a syringe out. That's kind of annoying, and I'm still getting the grips of that, but nonetheless it is a very cool feature. Now on the back we've got mode 1, mode 2 and a profile button, as well as 4 little buttons down here which are the paddles, or I can't remember what they actually refer to them in Nacon, but let me just plug this controller in. We could have, actually no, let's have a little look through the rest of the box. So through the rest of the box you have a 3-meter wired wire, which I've already got out ready to plug in. It's got this weird like pin on the end of it. It's like a 5-pin kind of sort of plug, and it's got a screw on the end, so obviously the pins never come out of the controller. It's always permanently attached. Really nice touch by Nacon there about how like your wire will never fall out and stuff like that. Really nice design. So let me take this the bottom of the 3D like printed cardboard out, and we see the bottom of the box, which is where the wire would originally be, and we get this really nice kind of like travel bag, sort of like a nice finished travel bag, and stuck to that is the cleaning cloth as well. The cleaning cloth is just, you know, just standard sort of like cleaning stuff and carrying stuff. The bog standard stickers. These are quite cool. They're weights for the inside of the controller. If you look on the bottom here, there's like a weird little slot. You guys can see that. Basically you have a little key that you unscrew them with, and you can change how heavy the controller is. I've got mine set to like the heaviest because I do like a weighty controller. I don't really like it to feel light. It feels kind of weird when they feel light. But that is just sort of like your standard insides of your box. So let's get this thing plugged in, and I can show you guys its cool features. So as you guys can see, I've powered up the controller, and this is what it looks like. This is obviously the light bar, and this is just sort of like an extra light, which is really cool. I really do like the blue ring around the right analog stick. And one thing I forgot to mention actually is the analog sticks are quite a significant amount higher. They have about a 45% more like leverage kind of thing, so it's a lot higher than the other ones, which is another thing that you really have to get used to, which is really tough, but I do really enjoy using it. So this is sort of the bog standard mode. If you have it in a mode 1, I believe it is mode 1, the ring will be blue, and everything is just identical. Everything is exactly the same. None of these buttons on the back work because obviously it's in the normal mode. But then if you do this, and let me just show you guys, if you switch it over to mode number 2, as you see, the light has gone red and this light up here has come on. Now there are 4 actually of these little lights. If I just show you guys, there's the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. There's 4 different lights, and that means there's 4 different profiles, and the different profiles essentially just mean that you can have these 4 buttons on the back set to different things. So I have it on profile 1 at the moment, and my first profile is that this left paddle here is the sprint button, because L3 can be a bit hard to press sometimes. The right one is L1, so I don't really have to take my finger off the aimer, which is really nice. And then the 2 I have here, the right one is the right arrow and the left one is the left arrow. Just on things like Battlefield, I can get my gadgets out in a more of a hurry without having to worry about accidentally putting my gas mask on or something like that, which is really nice. And then you can obviously say, like, I hit profile 2, as you guys see the light changes. This time it could mean that this could be X, this could be square, they could be circle, and that could be triangle. You can have it to anything you want. It is really clever, and I really do enjoy using this. So now comes the part with the comparisons, which actually is better. Now for me, it's a hands down winner for the Nacon. Now I may be sounding biased here, but I really do like it. It was a gift for my 18th birthday, and I have wanted a Pro Controller for quite some time, but I never really liked the idea of having a scuff because I thought they were too similar to the PS4 controllers, so I wanted to really go out there and get something different, so that's why I got the Nacon, and it is a really good all-round controller. It is very temperamental and very difficult to get the hang of at first if you are a PlayStation fanboy, but once you get the hang of it, it is very good, and it is extremely effective, and it has thoroughly helped my game, I feel, and I really do enjoy using it. So that's why for me that the Nacon controller is definitely worth it. It is definitely worth the £80 or $100 that you would pay for it off of things like Amazon, eBay, so on and so forth. It is a all-round solid controller, and I would definitely recommend it over the bog standard DualShock 4. that wraps things up for today, guys. If you have enjoyed, remember to smash the thumbs up button and let me know in the comments which one you prefer, whether it's aesthetically or the buttons and so on and so forth. And also, if you have the other official PlayStation licensed Pro Controller, the Razer Raiju, I'll put a quick picture up on it on screen. Let me know in the comments if you do have it and what you guys think of it. I really want to get my hands on one so I can do a comparison between that, the DualShock 4 and the Nacon, and see which of the 3 official PlayStation controllers is worth it. But hopefully I'll be able to get one of those in a couple of months time, maybe in the near future. But until then, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon with a brand new video. Peace.